ikaw wala kang basihan na magsabi na nagsisinungaling yung tao kasi wala ka ron. You're just basing it and you're assuming that your people are doing the right thing always.
Very sorry.
You're destroying the reputation of that person without any basis, any legal basis or moral basis at all. Madam Manager, and as far as I'm concerned, you're not fit to be a manager of that bank. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
BM, of course, all the officers. Thank you. Mr. Chair, may I request for Catalino Arugay?
Please, ayan, okay na.
Si kay Mr. Catalino Arugay. Mr. Chair, last previous hearings, prior to the last 7th hearing, nagsalita si Catalino Arugay noon na hindi niya alam lahat yung mga nangyari. No, he cannot recall. He cannot recall. Tapos, yun yung statement niya on one of the hearings prior to the last hearing. Nung last hearing, nasabi niya, na-recall na niya. No, kasi sabi niya noon, I cannot recall, hindi ko alam, di ako pumirma ng kahit anong papeles o cheque. So, nung last hearing, sabi niya pumirma siya ng cheque, pero wala siyang natanggap na kahit anong cash, wala siyang naibalik, wala siyang dinistribute. So, prior magsasagot si Mr. Arugay, remind ko lang sa iyo, Mr. Arugay, you are under oath. No, you are liable for perjury and of course for contempt. No, magkakabaga-bago yung statement mo dito. So, Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang marinig kay Mr. Arugay kung ano yung totoo. Una, may pinirmahan ka bang cheque na cash advance?
Meron no, ano?
Nan?
Meron po, meron.
Meron. Okay. Pangalawang tanong, Mr. Chair. Yung sinabi mo last hearing na wala kang na-receive na pera, totoo ba wala kang natanggap na pera?
Yung pera mismo po, wala.
Yes. Siyempre,
Opo.
nagka-cash advance ka eh. Ano pa bang perang pinag-uusapan na Mr. Chair, kundi yung cash advance mo? May natanggap ka, wala?
Wala po akong natanggap.
Ni 5, wala kang ni-receive from the land bank.
Pumirma po ako dun sa dalawa sa cheque pero hindi po ako ang nag-encash nun.
Pumirma ka endorsing the check,
Opo, opo.
pero wala kang na-receive na cash. Tama ba yun?
Hindi po ako ang nag-encash.
Pumunta ka ba sa bangko
Hindi
during
po.
the time? Paano din na tanong ko sa land bank, paano na-receive din na encash yung cheque kung hindi siya pumunta sa bangko?
Your Honor, if you would, we humbly invoke a bank secrecy law as advised by our OGCC.
Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair. Mr. Chair.
Go ahead, Kong Lara.
Ang tanong ko kanina kay Catalino Arugay, yung sabi niya na pumirma siya, na-endorse niya yung cheque, pero never niyang na-receive ang mga pera. Okay? Kaya binalikan ko ang land bank. Tinanong ko ang land bank, sino nag-receive sa pera kung di naman pumunta si Mr. Arugay sa bangko? So, sinong nag-receive? Ang sagot ng land bank, bank secrecy.
Land Bank, are we discussing about the account?
Your Honor, because the question is about the detailed procedure and we were
That one,
were-
sorry, I cannot
the
hear.
detailed procedures, Your Honor, and we are instructed to stand on the bank secrecy.
Well, as far as I remember, the bank secrecy law is that you are not at liberty to discuss the details of the account itself, right? But if the person who
Transaction.
was given a check testifies that he did not receive the money Isn't that beyond the purview of the bank secrecy law?
That was ordered to us, Your Honor.
That was ordered to you,
Yeah,
that you will not answer any question as far as
the
Transactions.
transaction details.
The
and
transaction
account
details.
information.
even if the payee himself is the one testifying that he did not receive the money.
Yes, Your Honor.
And he's not discussing about the account, but actually the check that he received in his name,
It's a bank transaction.
But it is still a bank transaction.
it is still considered bank. And in your opinion, it's still covered by the bank secrecy law.
Yes, Your Honor.
And
was
that
the
is why you're
instruction.
refusing to answer it.
Yes.
Okay.
With the indulgence of the co-chair, before we proceed, let me acknowledge the presence of the Honorable Congressman Romeo Acop, the Chairman of Committee on Transportation. Thank you for coming, sir. Thank you. Please proceed, co-chair.
Kong Lara, they're invoking the bank secrecy law.
Mr. Chair, gusto ko lang iklaro dito sa committee hearing na ito, on record, na yung mga ganitong transaction ba, kasi elevate ko nito sa different committee natin, no, Mr. Chair, kasi ang sabi ni manager, na dalawang manager, na ayaw daw yung bank secrecy law.
Ma'am,
Transaction lang
with the
tinatanong ko lang.
indulgence of Kong Lara, ma'am, wag na tayo dito magpahirapan. Kasi if I asked you, the provision of the bank secrecy law, wala rin kang makita. Kasi ang pinag-usapan natin dito, the transaction, not the bank accounts, not the bank statements. And under the bank secrecy law, yun lang yung hindi allowed for the exemption of COA.
Good morning. If I may, Your Honor.
Yes, please proceed.
Pasensya na po, no, Honor, because we also have our counseling before this meeting. We were advised that any questions regarding the transactions of land bank with that of the PGC, we have to invoke the bank secrecy law. Basta transactions. po
Hindi
ng
tayo matatapos dito. I will not,
Ang-
as of now, I will not cite you because that's tantamount. Co-chair, that's tantamount. That's tantamount in violation of Section 11, letter C, refusal to answer relevant inquiry in this committee. Now, second, ayaw ko umabot tayo doon. Second, don't let me and my committee force to invite the president of Land Bank. And do you have your legal now?
Yes, Your Honors.
Yes,
The field legal lawyers are with us.
Oh, please have a seat.
Morning, Your Honor.
Can you state your name for the record?
I am Attorney Gaylord A. Somera, Your Honor, the Field Legal Services of Tugigaraw, Your Honor.
Okay. Now, do you subscribe to the opinion of your bank manager?
Mr. Chair. Mr.
For a
Chair.
while, Chair, for a while, Representative Acop, I'll just want to hear the answer from the lawyer.
I would like to ask if he has taken this over.
Sorry. Comsec.
Not yet, Your Honor.
Thank you. Thank you for the reminder, Kong Acop. Attorney, do you subscribe to the opinion of your bank manager?
Your Honor, good morning. As the good manager said a while ago, Your Honor, they were instructed a while ago before we came to
I
this.
understand that, but you are the lawyer and you're here. So what's your opinion on that?
Yes, actually, Your Honor, we are the lawyers from the field, but it was the lawyers from the OGCC
I'm
which
asking for your
instructed.
opinion, Panyero. I'm asking you now, as a lawyer and
Yes.
representing the branch manager, do you subscribe to her opinion that this question infringes upon the provisions of the bank secrecy law?
Well, Your Honor, to be consistent with the opinion of the statutory council of Land Bank, Your Honor, then we agree.
So you are saying that you're just agreeing with the opinion of the other council, no?
Which is the statutory council of the bank,
Not
Your
your
Honor.
opinion. As a lawyer, I'll ask you your opinion.
Yes, Your Honor.
As a lawyer, what is your opinion on the matter?
The specific question, Your Honor, in my own opinion, refers to this specific account. So it is covered by the bank's
Doesn't it
secrecy law, Your
doesn't it refer to the actual policies and practices of the bank? Like, it doesn't have to state the account, diba? It just says that I'm a payee of the check, I bring it to the bank for encashment, I did not receive the cash. Does that refer to any particular account?
Well, procedurally, Your Honor, that should not happen. Because under the
That is-
procedure of the bank,
That is his statement nga. Ngayon, he just testified that he did not receive the cash. And I'm just asking about the procedure. I'm not asking about the account itself.
yes, Your Honor.
So that's beyond the purview of the bank secrecy law. Is that not correct?
If we are talking about the procedure, Your Honor,
Yes.
that is usually followed by the bank, then there is a specific instruction that they can explain that to this honorable.
And didn't
Court
we just
committee,
hear
Your
the
Honor.
person say that he did not receive the cash? That's a matter of procedure. It does not say anything about the account.
But that is specific already as regards the account of the PGC, Your Honor.
But doesn't it refer more on the procedure rather than the account itself? I'm not asking how much balance is left, what the amount was released. All I'm just asking about is whether or not, as testified to by the person, that no cash was received by him despite him being the payee of the check.
Your Honor, when we speak of the procedure, they can give the specific procedure, Your Honor, the general procedure followed by the bank. But to answer whether or not the statement is true, or can we categorically say, or that we categorically comment on what happened specifically to the said witness, Your Honor, I think that is covered by the bank secrecy law, in our humble opinion.
Okay, I understand. But let me try to, so that the people watching us right now can understand, no? He's given a check in his name, no? He goes to the, supposedly encashes the check. Under your procedure, shouldn't he be the one receiving the cash?
He should
He should.
per procedure, Your Honor.
As per procedure. And as of now, we just heard him testify that he did not receive the cash. Are we still talking about the account or just the procedure?
Then that is his own statement, Your Honor.
That's why
So we cannot-
them nga. If
we
it's
cannot-
correct that they did not receive, he did not receive it as a matter of procedure, Paniero, di ba?
Your Honor, if we follow the general procedure, he should have been the one receiving it. But we cannot categorically answer whether or not that statement is true or not, Your Honor, because of the bank secrecy law.
I don't know. Congressman Acop, do you want to take over the line of question or should I continue? Okay. Now, so if you cannot answer whether or not he actually received it, despite the fact that the person testifying already said that he did not receive the cash, what part of this discussion has anything to do with the account itself that would siguro trigger the provisions of the bank secrecy law?
The mere fact, Your Honor, that the account involved insofar as what the witness is referring to refers to an account, Your Honor.
Okay, so let's leave it at that because you're gonna stick to that position. I will leave it to the members of the committee on what they will do with regards to your answer. Now, manager, let's talk about procedure. As a matter of procedure, if a person has a check in his name, should the amount be paid or be given to that person named in the check?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, as a matter of procedure.
Yeah.
Now, so if the person says that he did not receive the amount that supposedly was indicated in the check, then it's either something's wrong with the procedure, or the procedure was not followed, or that someone is lying.
Someone is lying,
Someone is lying.
Your Honor.
Okay. And it's not you,
Yes, Your Honor.
because you always follow the procedure.
Yes, Your Honor.
That you will only release the amount to the person named in the check.
Yes, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair,
Only. Under oath, you're saying that.
Yes, Your Honor.
That
Mr.
none
Chair.
of, none of the members of your bank will ever release it to any other person other than the person named in the check.
Yes, Your Honor.
And you will stick to that answer.
Yes, Your Honor, but there are some instances during in our function as branch managers, there are some deviations which requires the approval of our senior supervisor.
So it can happen that the cash will be given to somebody else other than the person named in the check for as long as there's an approval by a senior officer of the bank.
No, unless there is a document too, or a
Unless there's a document too.
confirmation from
Okay,
the
but
person itself.
Under normal circumstances, it can only be given and only be
Only
given
given.
to the person named in the check.
Yes, Your Honor.
And in this particular case, you're saying that the witness is lying.
I'm still invoking the bank secrecy
I'm not
because
asking about the account. I'm asking about his testimony earlier. Is he lying or not?
if that is the case, if he's telling in general, Your Honor, in general instance, he's lying.
Okay. So if you were the member of the committee and this person is lying to us before this committee, would you let him spend Christmas in detention?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So if we find out that you're the one lying, will you spend Christmas in detention?
I will seek the advice of our legal
Okay.
officers.
Thank you. I just want that clear.
Yes, Your
Mr.
Honor.
Chair,
Go ahead, Representative Acop.
Madam Manager, kayo po ba ang nandoon o teller na nung nag-i-encash yung check na yun? Were you
Again,
the one?
again, Your Honor, that
Hindi.
as
does
explained by
not-
my legal officer, if it pertains to a specific transaction of the
O
province.
sinong legal officer mo ang sinasabi?
It was explained there. It was explained
Ang tinatanong
a while ago.
ko, kung ikaw mismo, yung teller na nag-attend dun sa encashment ng cheque na yon, does that pertain to the deposit of the province of Cagayan?
Yeah, but Your Honor, this is a specific transaction that you're asking me. But in general, it is not the manager who
Hindi, ang
releases
tanong
the
ko sa
money.
inyo, kung kayo mismo yung teller na nandun, or were you physically present when that check was encashed? Kasi, lahat ng sinasabi mo, kung hindi ka nandun, ay hearsay. You ask the lawyer beside you.
Yes, sir, but I'm referring to the general procedure.
No, I'm asking you a question specific. Kayo po ba ang teller o nandun nung inikas yung check? Yes or no? If you're not going to answer that, I will move to cite you in contempt. Huwag kang tumawa.
Sir, if
Hindi
it
ako tumatawa.
yes, sir, Your Honor, if it pertains to the
Gusto
specific
ko, madam,
transaction, no.
Gusto kong isite ka in contempt para magkaroon ng interpretasyon tong batas na ito.
Okay. I'm sorry, Your Honor. The answer is no.
You were not there. And therefore, hindi mo pwedeng sagutin yung karamihan ng tanong ni chairman. Kasi, you do not have direct knowledge. Tanungin mo yung abogado na sa tabi mo. Nakang tinapay. Huwag mo nga kaming pagbubulahin dito.
Yes, Your Honor. I'm sorry.
Yes. You cannot testify under oath anything that you do not have any direct knowledge of. Otherwise, it is hearsay and not acceptable in any court in this country. You must remember that. I'm not asking you about the deposit. Ang tinatanong ko ay kung kayo po ang nandun o kayo ang teller na nag-encash ng cheque. Hindi.
Hindi po.
Oh, and therefore, huwag po kayong kasi wala pa kayong alam dun. You do not have any direct knowledge about these transactions. Kung pwede lang, huwag kayo sumagot. You can ask the lawyer beside you. Di ba? And Mr. Lawyer, Sections 2 at saka 3 lang naman dun sa Republic Act number 1405 ang pinag-usapan natin, di ba?
Your Honor.
Yes. Could you tell me the provision of Section 2 of 1405?
Actually, this is our predicament now, Your Honor, because the instructions to them was specifically given by the representatives of the OGCC a while ago, and it should have been the OGCC, our statutory council. However, Your Honor, in my limited knowledge as to the opinion of the OGCC, Your Honor, the good manager was directed to invoke the Bank Secrecy Law if the question refers specifically to the transactions of the account, Your Honor.
So, following up the question of the chairman, if we asked about the processes and the protocols, you will also not answer.
Their instruction, Your Honor, is if it
Hindi,
is
you're
the,
not answering my question.
if it is the general process, Your Honor, that we usually adhere to, then they are allowed, Your Honor, to give or divulge to this honorable court.
So, I will now ask the manager. Kanina, sinabi po ninyo, very direct, na nagsisinungaling po yung resource persons kanina. Na nung sinabi niya na hindi ako nag-ingkas ng cheque at hindi ako tumanggap ng pera. Now, are you sure that he was lying during that time, manager, when in fact you were not there?
I still stick to the general guidelines of the
No,
bank's
no,
procedure.
that is not my question, Madam Manager. Ang tanong ko po kanina sa pagtatanong ng aming chairman, very, very definite ka na nagsisinungaling yung isang resource person dito nung sinabi niya na hindi siya nag-ingkas ng cheque, hindi siya ang tumanggap ng cheque. Tama po. Very direct yung sagot po ninyo. Nandito ako kanina, nakinig ako eh.
Yes, Your Honor.
Yes.
But
Now, what is your basis now
no,
na siya ay nagsisinungaling?
no, but if
Ang tinatanong ko po, sagutin po ninyo, what is your basis now na siya po ay nagsisinungaling?
because our basis,
Ito,
your
galing sa kanya na siya, nasa pangalan niya yung cheque. Kayo, manager ng bangko, wala kayo doon sa transaction.
yes, but
So how can you say that he's lying?
yes, Your Honor, but if I may answer, we always base on the standard procedure of the bank, the general procedure, and all the tellers are coached, instructed, trained on this. So,
Yeah. Ako yung nagbabangking din ako eh. At merong pinagbibigyan na hindi in accordance with your procedure. Kasi kung ako ngayon ang magja-judge kung sino nagsasabi ng totoo, ikaw wala kang basihan na magsabi na nagsisinungaling yung tao. Kasi wala ka ron. You're just basing it and you're assuming that your people are doing the right thing always. Magpakita ka nga ng tao sa akin na lahat ng ginagawa niya ay in accordance sa protocol.
okay, Your Honor, sorry for that.
Madam Chair, napakapigat po yung sinasabi ninyo na kung ako sinabihan nyo yung ganun, papailang kita ng kaso. Sasabihin mo ako yung nagsisinungaling sa isang official investigation. Pailang kita ng kaso kung ako.
Very sorry.
You're
for-
destroying the reputation of that person without any basis, any legal basis or moral basis at all. Madam Manager, and as far as I'm concerned, you're not fit to be a manager of that bank. Thank you, Mr. Chair.
Thank you, Representative Acop. Now, Madam Chair, that line of questioning was raised because I'm almost certain that of the number of government employees of the province of Cagayan that we have invited and who have all been issued checks, I'm sure there are a certain number of them who will also say that they did not personally receive the money. And it's the same procedure that will have happened over and over again in a period of 2 weeks. And you're sticking to the fact kasi, to the answer that, no, that is our procedure. And I'm certain that if we go through the witnesses one by one, a lot of them will say that they too did not personally receive the money. So, if and when the Sanggunian will overturn that veto of the governor and require your bank to answer the request of the provincial government through the Sanggunian, and we find out that several checks have been issued that was not in accordance with the procedure that you just testified to, that you said was going to be followed, no? Certainly will not be followed, and that you even said that the person testifying was lying, then magkakaproblema talaga tayo. Because I think that it has been well, it is not an isolated incident. I think your bank has been colluding with the provincial government in circumventing that procedure and releasing money to pay off the check, not even if it is not in their personal names.